Hello everyone, just coming from the gym. However, I wanted to come and say hi. Like, what I do if 50k months are go. Let me take this here. First of all, I have to celebrate myself because I'm just a queen of... Hello, Stephanie. This is perfect timing to hear the story about my newest instant manifestation. So I'm at the gym, sweating it out, pushing through, and thinking, man, last time, I think 1 or 2 months ago, I really unexpectedly received a gift card from hotels.com for $1,500 to be used anywhere, which I just used as part of a voucher for my birthday gift. So the gift card really worked. Then, and I remember this happened, or at least last time I saw this email was just right before I was going to bed. And Edward was already sleeping, and I'm like, Edward, oh my gosh, we just received this gift card. And at least I can't remember if I've ever received out of nowhere a gift card for $1,500. Like a real gift card, no fake like scam thing, like the real deal. So I'm out there, I'm super hyped, pumped, like, my gosh, celebrating the heck out of it. And I was at the gym just thinking about this, literally going to the concierge to pick up my package. Guess what I've received? Another $800 gift card for hotels. And it's so wild because earlier today I was telling Edward, there is still one hotel I really want to book. Let's do this soon. Because they opened an edition close to us and we saw it the other time. It was so beautiful. I'm like, oh, I want to check it out in great detail. I'm like, oh, let's do it. So, this is so wild. And I thought, please, as of now, officially call me the queen of instant manifestations. I think I'm going to change my Instagram bio. So, as my excitement is settling, there was one thing I wanted to share with you. And I think, especially in the beginning, we are overcomplicating things in our business. And beginning not so much time-wise, beginning like how much money we are making. So for me, the beginning phase is till you make consistent like 50k months. Till then, literally one of the only things I would focus on is really becoming a social media content queen. Like, especially early in the beginning. So let's say you're just right now having an idea for a business. Like no offers, like literally starting from zero. What would I do? First of all, decide only on one social media platform. Master this platform like no one else. That said, especially in the beginning, post, like it's all about quality and not quantity. Why? Because you're starting from scratch, so you're gonna suck anyway. And that's why you only get better by practice. So the only practice is if you actually practice multiple times a day. That's why I want you in the beginning, post as much as possible. Learn every and anything about this platform. So if you decide to build a business on Instagram, I would post reels, carousel posts, lives, stories, everything multiple times. Actually 3 to 4 times a day. Even like reels and posts, because you will suck, no one is gonna see it. However, it's gonna train the algorithm that this account is active. So eventually over time it will be pushed. But this is like a long-term goal really happening. So you do this for months. In the meantime, while you focus on building an audience and like warming up this audience through valuable content, after hours, in the back end, you're working on offers, your offer suite, and creating all the back end and like the legal stuff, the invoices and stuff. And you only need those 2 ingredients to actually, ooh, this is cool, I like it. I'm going to do this again. Instagram, more balloons. Ooh, how cool. What's going to happen if I do this? Nothing. Oh, we know it's a peace sign. Oh, this way. Peace sign to you. How cool. Does anyone know any other Instagram hacks like this in a life? I like it. And this is literally what I would focus on. Nothing else. It's so simple. It's so easy. But the thing is, if you do not master content, it's really difficult to sell, because who are you going to sell to? And we buy from people because we can trust them and there's a connection. And trust is built, first of all, over time, so there is no shortcut. And we know this from relationships. A person we've been having a relationship over years, it's much different than the depth or the connection or the level of the connection we're having to someone we're just meeting. So, however, wouldn't you agree, in a relationship, if you're having a partner you're just knowing for a very short time, however, this partner is reliable, is showing up all the time, is providing value, has good conversation, good ideas, is inspirational to you, this relationship is being built much faster. However, it's still happening over time. So there is no shortcut for time. But can you see now how you posting multiple times a day helps so much? Yeah. I would not repost content at all, actually. Maybe once a week, and I tell you why. Not so much that I'm really checking what's going on in the algorithm and stuff like this. However, what Instagram, Meta, Facebook released is, it's almost like a punishment if you're not like reposting, but can you see, for instance, let's assume I'm posting a quote. You just take a screenshot of the quote and post it on yours. Then you're not using your content, but other people's content. And that's not really being pushed. So your own content is always being pushed more by Instagram than you reposting other people's content. The other question was like repurposing content. You always can do it, because only I think about 20% of the people of our audience are actually seeing what we are posting. So it's really little, so that someone actually is seeing the same post twice, chances are really, really small. That's for that. And then, especially in the beginning, I would post educational content, value content, like really where people are learning something short term, something that's of value. And what that is exactly is very depending on the people you are serving, the people who you have in mind, who your customers are gonna be. And a lot of people start this journey and it's so easy and then end again, because after a week, after a month, you may not have immediately 10, 50K months. However, this builds over time. And if you haven't seen yet, which I don't know why, because I talked about it a lot. However, as we've just learned, only 20% of our audience is seeing our content. We are just starting with the Rich Content Queen, and this is one of my favorite programs I've created in a while, I have to admit. Because it's really, if you feel like, I want to master social media, I truly want to build a business, and I want to sell my offers, my products on social media, and I want to make 10K, 20, 30, 50K months easy, then social media for sure is a long-term game. Meaning, it's important that we show up every day. It's important that we post every day, especially in the beginning when no one knows you. And you know this from yourself when you are on an Instagram account, for instance. Just talking about Instagram now because doing an Instagram live. When you're seeing an Instagram profile and that person only has like 3 posts and it's almost empty, it feels like this is a bot, this is a fake account. So that's why I said in the beginning, it's also really more about the quantity than the quality. Because remember, when was the last time you met someone on Instagram, you liked, you followed, and you literally scrolled to the bottom of their feed? We don't do that. So remember, when you start, most likely you're going to suck because it's something new. You have to find your voice, you have to find what's working out for you. So we find this out through practice. So the more you practice, the easier it gets, the better you get. The more people you're meeting online, they're just seeing now your best pieces and not your worst pieces from the beginning. And once we've reached like a baseline, 10K, 15K months, and we'd see like, oh, people are buying from us. It gets easier. You have a feeling. I feel like more people are joining. My audience is warm, more comments, more engagement, yada yada. This is when we are switching from quantity to higher quality. Because now you also have some data, some analytics to see, oh, this worked well, this didn't work so much. Can you see how this makes sense? I hope. And especially in the beginning, it's easier when you are joining a community and you're doing the same work, really committing yourself to posting for the next 365 days on social media to see what's happening to your business. Because it's one thing to, like, how am I going to say this? Quit on yourself. However, it's a whole different game to quit on a community you are joining. And this is what I love. And this is why, for me, for instance, everything that's important to me and I desire to get better, like my business, my relationship, my health, I have a coach by myself. And I have a coach by my side, not to get the results the fastest, although it's always nice, I love it. However, for me, for instance, my personal trainer, 3 times a week, I mostly have him for accountability. So I truly show up in the morning at the gym. Not just that, and push myself out of my comfort zone. Because now I was just at the gym doing like my daily workout for 45 minutes. But I can be completely honest and tell you, it's a different workout for 45 minutes, an hour, sometimes 90 minutes with my personal trainer compared to when I'm practicing by myself. I'm just not pushing myself as much. So this was the same for me in business and making more and more money. It's just a translation for my business is growing, is becoming more successful. So obviously it also makes more money. I had a coach for that. I still have a coach for that. Someone that pushes me, someone that makes sure I'm evolving, I'm upgrading, I'm growing. Same for relationships. I love having a coach for relationships and talk about relationship things. Not because something's wrong with my relationship, but if I'm honest, I knew so little about relationships. And I truly, truly desired to have an excellent relationship. And I've also realized if I'm not investing in my relationship, time, energy, effort, it's not going to grow. So those were for me always the reasons why I've invested. Not because I needed to, it made things easier, and I personally don't like to, first of all, read books. I think it takes a very long time. Or like Google and do the things on my own. I'm not like a trial and error type. However, this might be perfect for you if you have a 3-line in human design in your chart. Then you're like, trial and error man, I'm your woman. But I'm not. I'm a 2-line. So I like it quick, dirty, like I'm just saying. Instant manifestation queen. And here are my balloons. I'm wondering how long I can do this. How many balloons are coming? More balloons, Instagram. It's coming again. It's coming again. Too cool. So, I just quickly wanted to come alive. Literally, if I would start over again in my business, or if you're currently having a business but you're not making 50K months, meaning also with multiple customers, not just one offer for 50K, like multiple customers is what we're talking about. This is literally what I would do. One social media platform, master it, study it, post as much as possible, bring as much value as possible, constantly obviously sell your offers, which you're developing while you're creating content in the beginning. But even before you have an offer, start posting, because things will get clear on the way. It's not while you're sitting at home thinking about it. This is what I did in the past. This is what I would always do. This is how I grow over and over again. And this is actually the same for like 500K, a million months. You would do this. You just add a couple things. You have to do less because now you can hire people that actually support you. So, yeah. Perfect. What would you do, or what would you recommend if you aren't sure about the content of direction of your business? Just keep exploring. I would always choose something that excites me. Something that currently excites me. I would never go from the perspective, oh, I see a lot of people talking about money and making money, and that's why I think I'm becoming a money coach or something like that. Yeah. And also, I actually would not really go with what like your strength is, because for instance, one of my strengths is for sure discipline. I have so many strengths, but I'm not passionate about talking about them, teaching about them. But we are all different. It's more like to feel what lights you up, when is your internal fire burning. That's why I like excitement more. Money always excited me. And I'm also always eager to learn more about money. That's why I can talk about money for over 5 years. And actually, when you ask my parents, they will tell you since I've been little, I've been always talking about money. I'm entering a room, I'm seeing someone's business, I'm like, oh, these are like your money-making activities. Do this, to make more money. This is my gift as a 2-line, huh? That's why think about like what's currently exciting for you. Is it actually like how to navigate through life with a newborn? Is it like something like parenthood? Or is it currently you feel like, oh, please, no more baby, no more parenthood? And it's like something you used to do before from your business part, I would go there. Is it something, I don't know, spiritual? Some skills, like things you enjoyed before. Yoga, spiritual things, healing. And I would go there. And see, it's even cool if you would say right now, I'm just making this up, huh? Actually, what excites me is, let's say, spiritual energy healing stuff and being a mother, parenthood, huh? Then even you could connect both of them and do something like how to set up your business, how to start your business, your spiritual business, while being new to parenthood. See, it's a super cool niche. It's so many mothers are out there which are into spiritual energy healing things and want to have a side business. Because especially now, and tell me when I'm wrong, isn't it that you would think and believe kind of like, hey, wouldn't it be cool now if I could use the little time I have while my baby's sleeping and I'm figuring out things, if I could have like, even if it's just a little side hustle, but could make money from home. Like your own personal freedom, you're independent of like really choosing your time, creating something that's valuable to you, I assume, and I know from so many other clients that are mothers I know, is more valuable. Yeah, see, this is cool. I feel called to share my journey and each step of stepping into purpose. And this is so cool. And then if you just would, the only thing we have to add, and this is something I feel like I've mastered like no one else out there, is my community is really small compared to what's possible. However, my business generated over $60 million in sales in less than 5 years. And I think this is pretty outrageous. So what I've truly mastered is creating content that sells. And this, if this is like you and you're vibing with this is what we're going to do in the Rich Content Queen. It's really setting up your business, creating content that sells for you. Because it's nice to share your journey. It's nice to do all of this, but people will think, oh my gosh, Stephanie, we're best friends. It's so nice to see your journey. That's why so many influencers out there have a huge following, but make little money. Because there are a couple steps missing. The money-making activity steps. And I think this is so inspirational, this part, because so many people feel like, hey, I have this calling, I want to share my story, I want to bring something into the world. Where am I actually starting? And we make it overcomplicated when it's not. It's really not in the beginning. And I tell you why. Because you have so little to lose. That's why I always say the courage you will have to bring to the table to make your first million. Man, it feels like a big step, big growth in that moment, but it's actually so little. Compared to the courage that's going to be needed to make like 5 million, 10 million, keep going. The courage is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And why? Because right now you have so little to lose. You have so little to lose. Like you have no business or you have little income. So what are you going to lose, huh? But if you're making like 50K, 100K, 500K months, years, whatever, huh? It's like, oh, if I pivot now, I can lose that. So, yeah. This is true, especially because I'm still in my corporate job, which I'm ready to ditch. Lol. Yeah, and I think this is something children teach us so much. That we desire something in our life that's truly valuable and in service to other people. And whatever that definition is for us. Yeah. And also, Dr. Drefit said this, focus on what you're more comfortable. And sometimes, you know how I started this life, I said, hey guys, it's easier than you think, and it's just about really quantity and not quality. And I would like to add this, especially for the beginning, start with what you're comfortable about sharing, doing, posting, because it gets you going. Because even in the beginning, maybe just reposting other people's stuff, but at least you're doing something. So you get comfortable with that. And then from there you build on. Yeah, it's just what I wanted to share, guys. I feel like I'm a little bit smelly and stinky. I want to take a shower now. And everyone, we are having the first call of the Rich Content Queen next week. So if you haven't signed up, sign up. The link is in the bio. It's just in the store. There are 2 payment plans. I wanted to say, but it's not true. You can pay in full and there's a payment plan. So it's super easy. It's just a couple $100 a month. And I can tell you, mastering social media, first of all, is a long-term game. And once you've mastered, it's a foundation. It's a foundation of $1 million empire. Easily. And it's easier and faster, really, guys, than you think. And all of you have a story to share. You have value you're bringing to the table. The world needs you, your story. You have something to contribute. And why not share it with the world and make beautiful money with that? Be in service. And I think it's wonderful, actually. I was talking to Edward, my boyfriend, about it the other day, that I'm really, really, really grateful. We are living in the times of social media, that it's so easy to start a business. You just need a freaking phone and talk and post and do, and especially on Instagram. I don't know if you've guys been seeing so many accounts are going viral with faceless Instagram accounts making really good money. you know, like 10, 20, 30K easily already. And I think this is amazing. This is really amazing. So even if you're an introvert, you don't like to show your face, no more excuses, because you see it now all the time that it's done. And you can do it. I love you. I will see you soon on the internet.